This podcast is for mature adults and may contain explicit language. The members of this podcast opinions are solely based on their experiences, interactions, and life situations. It does not reflect the views of everyone. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what is up? This is your girl Legit. Thank you for tuning in to this very special episode. It's really not like our typical show format, but we wanted to do something very special for one of our favorite players, which happens to be Mr. Kobe Bryant. You know, we thought it would be fitting to dedicate an episode to him. You know, we are big basketball fans. We are basketball fanatics. You know, we love the game, and Kobe has always been a big part of the game in our life. So it was really fitting for us to do this. So we really want y'all to enjoy this unscripted, off the cut, heart to heart conversation that myself, Legit, and the topic queen had about the Mamba. Now, you also will hear some short audio clips taking you back to some of Kobe's greatest basketball moments. So really have fun and relive those special times. And at the end of this show, you know, you will get to enjoy a short snippet of his Dear Basketball poem, which I'm sure many of you have heard by now. But if you haven't, you really are in for a special treat. You know, it never gets old hearing that poem, I tell you. During the second half of this show, you are going to hear many different loops of me, myself, Legit, and the topic queen having several different conversations about Mr. Kobe Bryant. You know, this really was a heart-to-heart, and it almost was like a Q&A between me and the topic queen. So you really are going to hear a series of loops of us just talking about Kobe's game, talking about what's next in his career, and, you know, talking about really what he meant for us and how the organization sent him off with a bang. So really just enjoy those different series and those different loops of us having just really a heartfelt conversation about this man. Now, make sure you're hitting us up on our accounts, at our handles. You can hit us up at wepeepeditfirst@gmail.com. You can also hit us up at wepeepeditfirst on our joint Twitter account. And you can hit the Topic Queen up on Twitter and Instagram at DA Topic Queen. And you can hit myself up at Peeped, the one and only, on Twitter as well. And we also have an Instagram account for you, which is Lee_Peeped_it. So don't be afraid to hit us up. You know, we're always open to taking new topic ideas. Go ahead, hit us up and get things off your chest. We want to hear it. Now go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy this very special Kobe episode.
Once again, lawless. Come on. Right. Yo. It's like this. What I live for? Basketball, beats and brawls, from Italy to the US. Yes, it's raw. I'm in search for the one to make my wealth feel poor. Who can ignore the spotlight life of glamour? Am I done for? Have I found the ore? Should I search still? There's plenty of women with sex appeal when it's filled. Can they complete the package? All I date is actresses. The play is safe to them. My money ain't bait, but I must take risks to find a honey that's legit. Whether she push a bucket or 6 bucklets or mad chips, out on her own or live out of mom's and pop's home. Rocks top fashion, Adidas attire or Timbos. I don't know, yo, these women come and go like the wind they blow. How do I know it's you for sure? When God talk to me, give me a signal. But until then, on my ears here, the steady flow. Come on.
With 2 minutes to play, can they do it again for the second night in a row?
You can't have any empty trips now. You've got to score.
Bryant with Howard rolling to the basket.
And the clock is an issue.
He's going to have to shoot it with 3, with 2. In trouble, forced up, and in! Unbelievable!
How hard that shot is to make.
Wow!
That's a double head fake from behind the three-point line with a man draped on you.
Amazing stuff again for Kobe.
Last defensive play the Lakers made was the block by Dwight on Rudy Gay, and that's what led to Kobe making this ridiculous double head fake from behind the arc, and then just elevate and knock it down. Not easy. 107-103.
Shot on its feet. Lakers down, in trouble, quickly. Bryant, 3 from the corner. Yes! Kobe!
You can't score any quicker than that. Now, even if they do score, it's still a one-possession game. But now you want your defense to step up one time.
Here's Kobe's bucket a moment ago. Just silly stuff from Kobe.
I mean, just catch and fire, and I mean nothing but bottom. And I said they had to score quickly. You don't score any quicker than that. That's just catch, elevate, shoot, score. And then
instead of giving them that three-point opportunity, it's an argument that'll rage for a long time.
Yeah, it will. But, you know, teams like to play percentages. But when you've got a player like Kobe, sometimes those percentages go out the window. You know, the Lakers will come back probably with 4 shooters. Whoever takes the ball out, if you're close to him, you're going to affect his shot.
Come out in a different set. Ball out of bounds. Got to get it in. No timeouts to save yourself. And Blake gets it into Kobe. Kobe, good little fake. 3 to tie! 3 to tie! We're tied at 109. Kobe again.
I really would. I'm amazed at how these coaches. I wouldn't put 2 guys on Kobe. I wouldn't have guarded the guy out of bounds, even if he gets it back. Somebody other than number 24 is going to have to take the last shot. When are they going to learn that he's deadly?
Magnificent. Brilliant.
I mean, this is double him up. Why are you worried about anybody? He fakes, they're there, he elevates, he scores.
And we're tied at 109. Now it's defense time. With Toronto getting the basketball, but coming back again. The Lakers tonight. And Bryant gives them new life for now.
Boy, look at that composure. Lets the one guy fly by, and then the second guy, Rudy Gay, jumps to try to affect the shot, but it doesn't affect the shot. And Powell on the bench just grabs his head as if to say, can you believe this guy? He did it again.
We are living in the era of Kobe Bryant.
I still say
1996.
I want to see his birth certificate. I want to see his birth certificate.
One of the greatest years of his career, and he's doing it in his 17th season at 34 years of age. One more time.
Look at the movement without the ball. Just catch, square himself up, and just drained the 3. He was almost out of bounds. He was so deep.
15 points in the fourth quarter as that rainbows through.
Is when they do talk about it, LeBron is great, first of all. When they talk about comparing him to Mike, I don't understand how they don't have the debate when it comes to Kobe. Like I don't get it. I mean, what you forgot or something? What they forgot?
That's what I'm saying. Talk to me, please.
I really think they forgot. Like I really think they forgot. The Mamba, man, the certified serial killer, man.
Since we're going to talk about basketball season, something that I want to talk about is Kobe's retirement of his jerseys.
Oh shit, I'm juiced about this. My boy Kobe.
You know, Kobe's jersey retirement was amazing. Not just for Laker fans, but for NBA fans as a whole. The things that Kobe has brought to this game and the things that he was able to accomplish in his 20-year career, like playing with one team his entire career. He's something like a superhero. That Mamba mentality has infected people everywhere, whether they're a Laker fan or not. There's a lot of people out there that are Kobe fans and not necessarily Laker fans, but Kobe is somebody that came to the league and took the league by storm. He's super, super special. And for us Laker fans, you know, Kobe and the Mamba mentality is life. You know, I remember what it was like in the Staples Center for Kobe's last game of his career. But I watched this milestone of his 2 jerseys being retired at a dinner party with friends, and there were certain points during the ceremony where I did get emotional, what I didn't think I would.
Right.
And it was just really, really good to see all those Laker greats to come back and honor Kobe. And not only that, we also had like NBA legends, seeing AI and
oh my goodness,
and all those guys come out and really support Kobe is insane. It really lets you know how much Kobe contributed to the game and how much respect people have for Kobe to come out like that in droves to support him. That stadium was rocking from what I could see from the TV. So Lee, you got to actually be there for the jersey retirement ceremony and experience Kobe Land and all that great stuff. How was the experience for you?
Oh my gosh, that experience was amazing. Amazing. It was like a playoff atmosphere. I couldn't believe it that, we were at the point where Kobe was, retiring. As a child watching him, he's always been, my childhood idol, and it's somebody who I looked up to when it came to my game. And, I never thought we would get to the point where like we would see Kobe, retire. I never thought that we would get to that point. So, talk about Mamba mentality, when it comes to work, when it comes to things I do for that motivation, I definitely have some of that venom in me. So, I definitely want to start here with a quote. I don't want to be the next Michael Jordan. I want to be Kobe Bryant. And that's exactly who he is. He made a legacy for himself, It was like a playoff atmosphere in there. Everybody was wearing their best Kobe gear, including myself. I had on a Kobe hat and a sweatshirt of his Dear Basketball poem. It was a very bittersweet moment, an emotional day, and it was amazing. La La Land went crazy. It was a playoff atmosphere, as I said, in Staples Center. You were happy for Kobe being Bryant and, all of his accomplishments, but the reality really started to kick in that, man, you won't see Kobe in a Laker jersey ever again. Thousands of people were in attendance and packed the house.
Yeah, and I think that's just super crazy how excited everybody was to see Kobe have 2 jerseys retired. Like it was a big deal for fans, I feel like, everywhere. I mean, even people that are not necessarily Laker fans. I mean, to know that for 20 years we got to see this guy pretty much dominate this game on every level that you could possibly imagine, to no longer be able to see him play, that greatness not being a part of the game anymore, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal.
Right. And like I always say, even if you're not a Laker fan, how can you hate on that? Especially if you are a fan of the game. You respect greatness. And so as you were saying, we're not going to see that anymore. And I just thought back at, man, no more dagger threes at the buzzard, no more shake and bakes at mid-range jumpers to tie the game, no more lockdown defense, reverse spin moves, 81-point games. Like, I'm going to miss that. That was a sight to see. And, it made it even more special because it's my favorite player. And he made history by having 8 and 24 up there in the rafters.
Right. And so it's going to be one of those things where we're like telling our grandkids, like, this guy was amazing when the next Kobe Bryant comes into the league. If there's ever somebody like him that ever comes into the league, it's going to be insane. That's some hard shoes to fill. I want to get back to some of the stuff that happened at the actual event, like Kobe Land and things like that. And one thing I wanted to ask you, what was the giveaway for that night?
Oh my gosh. I was going to cry when I got my giveaway. I almost couldn't keep myself together. It was 2 jerseys. It was a number 24 Kobe jersey and a number 8 jersey. And I was just like, how fitting is this? I could not keep it together almost. In the ceremony, we weren't even close to the ceremony, and I'm walking in and I couldn't wait to open my goodie bag.
It's stuff like that that's super awesome. Like, I know that people that came out to see that game, it was just going to be an emotional day for them. It really was. And to be able to have some memorabilia to give you that memory from that game is awesome. Like, if that was me, I probably would frame those. Just because that's just such a, something that you'll never see ever again. You'll never see Kobe getting 2 jerseys retired ever again. We don't even know the next time somebody will get 2 jerseys retired ever again in the NBA period, let alone with the same team. So,
and it's crazy. I couldn't miss that moment. I actually I didn't get to make it to his very last game, but I made it to the 2 games before that. And it's kind of funny because you said you watched this game at friend's house or at a dinner party, we kind of reversed roles. On his last game, I actually threw like a big party, and we went crazy. I had Kobe themed decorations, so I couldn't miss it. And even if I wasn't in the building, it was like you would still feel that Kobe presence, and I would still find a way to celebrate this milestone. Because it's not just a milestone for Kobe. It's like if you're a big Laker fan and a Kobe fan, this is like a big part of your life as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even people, in my generation, because I'm around Kobe's age, and when Kobe went into league, I was in high school, and it was crazy to see somebody my age go to the league like that. So for 20 years, we got to see this guy develop and become one of the greatest players to ever play this game, if not the greatest player to ever play this game. Some people would argue that, and to be able to see that in my lifetime, I think is a blessing, because not everybody gets that opportunity to see greatness like that on a high level like that for as long as Kobe did it. I mean, there's a lot of people that are out there that have played the game and have played the game well, but to the extent that this man has played this game, it's by far insane. That Mamba mentality is something to be mirrored and mocked, and people really need to tap into that, because look how far it took him.
Right. And I tell a lot of people, it's really like an end of an era. All the players that I, grew up watching, they're really coming down to the end of their career. Most of them have retired. And, some of those players were in attendance. You had AI there, Allen Iverson, for some of y'all who probably don't even know who that is. Probably did not grow up watching him at all, because you guys are used to the Currys and the Durants. But AI, Fisher, Shaq, Fox, some of the Laker greats, players he got rings with, were in the building. So it was like, wow, all these players from different franchises and organizations came to pay homage to this legend.
Yeah, I would have to say I was really excited to see Lamar there. Some of the people that he won a ring there, seeing all those celebrities and former players come out to celebrate Kobe was amazing. One of the things, of the moments that I really liked from the ceremony, when Kobe got to speak and he had that message for his daughters on, what hard work and dedication can take you, and how you can take a dream and make it your reality. I mean, this was something that he had dreamed about since he was a little kid, and to make it a reality is something that's just amazing. And to do it for 20 years, some people get their dream and it doesn't last as long. His dream lasted for 20 years, which is something to be said. So
with one franchise too, one franchise,
absolutely. So with that, I want to talk a little bit about his video, his short film, and then a little bit about, some of the videos that were played at the arena the night of the jersey retirements, because I know they had to play some videos and stuff that you guys got to see that we didn't get to see at home. So first, let's cover his short film.
Yeah, so Kobe is a very well-versed individual, and at the game we got to see the Dear Basketball film, and it's the short film, which is an introduction of what we should expect to see as he moves on in his career. And so it all ties to this new show that will be coming to ESPN, and it's really him breaking down the game, telling you how you should guard certain people in the game when it comes to defense. So he's really dissecting it. It's almost like, hey, Coach Kobe, you're going into the locker room to watch film with him, and he's telling you all these things from his perspective. And Kobe, he's a student and a master of the game, and he's a perfectionist, I will say. And so it's going to be exciting to see what this, show is going to be like. It's called Detail, I believe. And it's something similar to what Coach John Gruden does, when he dissects certain film with quarterbacks. So I'm excited to see what the show will be like.
Yeah, Kobe's that guy. He really, really is. He's a special talent, and the game is going to miss him. And I'm really glad that we'll still get to see Kobe in some capacity. His show Details, it'll be a 15 episode run. It'll start airing during the back half of the 2017-2018 NBA season. Concluding with the NBA Finals. The show is going to be aimed at young athletes, current NBA players and coaches, looking deeper and analyzing athletes in the game and the execution of basketball. So you guys keep your eyes out for Kobe's show. Make sure you go out and support it. I'm really excited for him, and I really hope that it's successful. I really, really do. Kobe's amazing.
I know I will. Go Kobe. So Kobe, yes, obviously one day he will have that statue. But I was reading how, obviously we know, yeah, he's gotten his jerseys retired. It's set in stone that he's retired. He's not gonna come back like MJ. But I believe his retirement has to be active for 5 years before they go ahead and make that decision to give him a statue, which we know that's going to be the case, and before he's inducted into the Hall of Fame. But I believe it's 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, if they were going to bend the rules for anybody, Kobe would definitely be the guy to bend the rules for. But I feel like, maybe that's just me being a selfish, Laker fan, Kobe fan, wanting to see him get in as soon as possible. Because it's like, it's one of those things where it's a hand down thing. Like, do we really need to wait 5 years to put Kobe in the Hall of Fame? I think not. I mean, same thing with Jordan. That's one of those things where you're like, really? Do we really need to wait 5 years to put them in the Hall of Fame? They are literally the definition of basketball. So I don't understand how we even can put that into into consideration. Like, come on now, let's stop it.
But yeah, the Laker organization, they did a really good job. And I joke and say I'm surprised Kobe didn't make a grand entrance and come rolling in on a helicopter. That would have been grand. I mean, he should have really just skydived out of that helicopter onto a red carpet. People would have looked up and been like, that's not Superman, that's Kobe. That would have been epic.
Right. I mean, he is Superman-esque. Totally rolled out the red carpet for the King of LA. They surely did. And well deserved.
Yes, they did. They just talked about what type of player Kobe was, what he meant for the game of basketball, and how they were motivated by him. So they had different players, different coaches. For instance, they had Shaq up there, Luke. I think even Fox did an interview. So, just different people throughout the game paid homage to him and did like a little tribute video. So, it was nice to see. It was hard not to cry at times, but, it was nice that the organization came together and did something like that. They went all out for Kobe, and I was really happy. It was like a festival. They had giveaways. They had a DJ. It was amazing.
Dear basketball, you gave a 6-year-old boy his Laker dream. And we both know, no matter what I do next, I'll always be that kid with the rolled up socks, garbage can in the corner, 5 seconds on the clock, ball in my hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to that very special Kobe episode. We truly enjoyed talking about Kobe. I know we probably sounded like a bunch of kids talking about their, basketball idol, but we really enjoyed this episode, and we hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Now, don't forget to hit us up on our email, which is wepeepeditfirst@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on Twitter, which is wepeepeditfirst. The Topic Queen's Twitter is The Topic Queen, DA Topic Queen. And myself, Miss Legit, is Peep the One and Only. And lastly, our Instagram account, which is Lee_Peeped_it with the Topic Queen. And we will be back next show with some more juicy and exciting content. We will have some special guests as well. So keep your eyes wide open for that. And that's it. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Signing off until next time. Don't ever forget, we peeped it first.
We peeped it. Don't ever forget that.